Hello, this is Max. This is the third part of the Wednesday Addams story. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe. The new episode opens with Wednesday being abducted by mysterious figures wearing hoods. When the bag is removed from her head, she finds herself surrounded by them. It quickly becomes apparent that Bianca, wearing a mask, is their leader, and the other teens reluctantly reveal their true identities. Wednesday notices Xavier among them, part of a group known as the Nightshade Society. Xavier suggests including Wednesday in their group, to which Bianca queries how she arrived there. Wednesday explains she followed instructions from an old page given by Rowan. Unbeknownst to her captors, Wednesday begins to free herself while they converse. It's revealed that the students have resurrected the notorious Nightshade Society, which was disbanded 30 years ago following the death of a non-member student. Despite objections, the principal remains silent due to the wealthy status of the students involved. The group had no clue about the activities of this group 3 decades ago. Presently, the club is significantly less controversial, focusing on social gatherings and occasional events like skinny dip invitations extended by Xavier. Despite Wednesday being invited to join the elite club by Bianca and Xavier, she declines. Bianca attempts to persuade her, but Wednesday refuses. However, Bianca instructs the other boys to untie her, only for Wednesday to demonstrate that she had already freed herself. Returning to her room, Wednesday resumes her investigation into Nevermore's mysteries, including Rowan's resurrection, the lurking forest creature, and the ominous drawings in the Nightshade book. Despite her efforts, school obligations persist, with Principal Weems announcing an upcoming outreach day where students will volunteer in various parts of the city. Wednesday is assigned to a spooky antique shop, while others, like Enid and Bianca, are sent to Pilgrim World. Xavier finds himself at the same cafe where Tyler works. Additionally, Wednesday is unexpectedly signed up for a performance with the local marching band by Principal Weems. Later that day, the principal expresses her admiration for Wednesday's cello performance. After being dropped off in Jericho to start their day's work, Wednesday finds an opportunity to catch up with Xavier. They delve into the mysterious disappearance of Rowan, with Xavier revealing that Rowan always carried a particular book with him. He recounts an incident when he attempted to look at the book, leading to Rowan's furious reaction. Wednesday speculates if Rowan was the one who sent Xavier flying into the wall, to which he confirms. Surprised by Wednesday's intuition, Xavier realizes she may possess knowledge of past events. Despite this, he remains convinced that Rowan is still alive, dismissing Wednesday's conspiracy theories. She reveals a drawing to Xavier, who identifies the other figure as Joseph Crackstone, the founding father of Jericho. As the scene progresses, the mayor welcomes all the students, with the sheriff also arriving. The sheriff expresses his belief to the mayor that the recent murders in the forest are somehow connected to the students from Nevermore. He asserts that he is convinced the monster responsible originates from Nevermore. However, the mayor instructs the sheriff not to discuss these matters on that day and emphasizes the importance of ensuring that everything goes smoothly. Meanwhile, Wednesday decides to switch jobs and opts to attend Pilgrim World for further investigation. She persuades Enid to swap with her, mentioning that Ajax is also working at Pilgrim World. Enid, eager to connect with Ajax, agrees to the trade. With the ticket to Pilgrim World secured, Wednesday recalls Ajax's suggestion that she might find answers in the town. She remembers that the man depicted in the drawing, Joseph, played a pivotal role in shaping the town's history. Heading straight to Pilgrim House, the first building Joseph erected, Wednesday arrives with her fellow students, where they are greeted by Mistress Arlene. She informs them that they will be working in the historic house built by Joseph. Back in 1625, Joseph built Pilgrim House, as Mistress Arlene informs them. She then assigns them to work at a park called Ye Old Fudgery. Meanwhile, in the park, a boy named Eugene indulges in an excessive amount of sweets. 3 bullies, previously encountered by Wednesday and Tyler at their shop, arrive and target Eugene. They begin to bully him relentlessly. Eugene, overwhelmed by the sweets, vomits, further aggravating the situation by accidentally vomiting on one of the bullies. Enraged, the bullies prepare to escalate the confrontation into physical violence. However, Wednesday arrives just in time to intervene and saves Eugene from the bullies once again. She manages to defeat them and even traps one of the bullies in the spot they intended for Eugene. After Eugene cleans himself up, He confides in Wednesday, revealing that he has no friends and is frequently bullied as a result. Wednesday empathizes with him, comparing him to her own younger brother, albeit less irritating. She then heads to the old meeting house, where she utilizes Eugene's braces to pick the lock of the door, instructing Eugene to stand guard and prevent anyone from entering. Wednesday proceeds with her investigation. Meanwhile, Enid takes the opportunity to speak with Ajax, expressing her feelings for him. They agree to go on a date that evening. Exploring the cordoned-off building, Wednesday discovers a painting featuring a blonde lookalike of Enid and a book titled Codex Umbrellum. However, it turns out that the painting and book Enid discovered are replicas. Meanwhile, Principal Weems and Thornhill are at a coffee shop where they spot the mayor. She instructs Thornhill to keep an eye on Wednesday. Mistress Arlene, Wednesday's new boss, realizes that she hasn't seen Wednesday for some time and begins searching for her. She eventually finds Wednesday snooping around and orders her to leave. Wednesday discerns that the room is just a replica and confronts Mistress Arlene about the real meeting room, but the woman refuses to divulge any information. Frustrated with her duties, Wednesday decides to abandon them and heads to the coffee shop where Tyler works. She finds Xavier there, although he seems displeased by her presence. Wednesday asks Tyler about the location of the original meeting house, which is situated in the woods. Tyler warns her about the ruins and the potential danger posed by homeless people or drug users who frequent the area. Despite Tyler's offer to accompany her, Wednesday declines and ventures off alone in the rain. Along the way, her loyal sidekick, Dang, subdues a squatter who threatens them. Once inside the meeting house, Wednesday searches the grounds but finds nothing of interest. But as they leave, Wednesday experiences another vision. In this vision, she learns that the meeting house originally burned down in a tragic event orchestrated by Joseph Crackstone. He ordered the burning of all the town's outcasts, including the Addams family, who were labeled as witches. It is revealed that Wednesday's ancestor, Goody Addams, was among those targeted. In the vision, Wednesday witnesses the mob, led by Joseph, pursuing Goody Addams with the intent to burn her alive. Goody Addams urges Wednesday to run and promises vengeance against their oppressors once she possesses the power to do so. This is how Goody Addams managed to escape the burning alive. As the vision ends, Goody Addams appears to Wednesday and warns her that their enemies are closing in. Suddenly, Wednesday snaps back to the present, feeling a sense of unease and the presence of someone else nearby. Initially, she suspects the old squatter from earlier may have returned, but when she goes to investigate, she discovers that the presence isn't the old squatter, but rather the same monster that had previously killed Rowan and saved her from harm. Just then, Xavier appears, urging her to seek shelter under his umbrella. Bewildered by her presence in the woods alone, Xavier questions what she's doing there. Despite feeling disappointed about losing the trail of the monster, Xavier begins to entertain Wednesday's theory about Rowan receiving unusual text messages from his old roommate. They delve into a discussion about Wednesday's psychic abilities, and Xavier reveals that his father, Vincent Forbes, is a renowned psychic. He advises Wednesday to be cautious and not fully rely on her visions, explaining that according to his father, they are often triggered by emotions rather than logic. However, Wednesday remains determined to prevent future tragedies from occurring. Together, Wednesday and Xavier make their way back to town as the rain clears, just in time for the unveiling ceremony of a new town monument. The mayor and the press gather for this significant event, where Joseph Crackstone's bronze statue is revealed. As part of the ceremony, Wednesday performs on her cello. However, the tranquility is disrupted when Ving, driven by mischief, ignites a match, causing a dramatic explosion that destroys the statue. Despite the chaos, Wednesday continues to play her cello, unaware that she subconsciously influenced Ving to carry out the destructive act. As the statue burns, Wednesday continues to play her cello, fueled by her newfound understanding of Joseph's character. Principal Weems shoots her an accusatory glare as chaos erupts around them, with sirens wailing in the distance. Wednesday finds herself at the center of suspicion, especially after the principal scolds her for her apparent involvement in the explosion. Despite Wednesday's protestations of innocence, Principal Weems brands her a troublemaker and warns her of the consequences. While they argue, a homeless man falls victim to the monster's attack and is killed. Strangely, the man had a camera embedded in his head, which inadvertently captures images of the creature in action. Meanwhile, Enid organizes a date with Ajax, but their plans are derailed when he accidentally turns himself into stone while showering. This bizarre transformation occurs when he gazes at his reflection in the mirror. Meanwhile, Marilyn manages to sneak into the secret lair of the Nightshades, intent on discovering their hidden agenda. Meanwhile, Xavier attempts to conceal the large claw marks on his neck, hinting at a hidden altercation or encounter. As the episode concludes, these mysteries remain unresolved, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next installment. If you are interested in such films, please proceed to the next video on the screen and also share your thoughts about this film in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe. Goodbye.